Hello friends, how are you all? My name is Harshit Dwivedi friends and I welcome you back to my video. In this video, I will be taking up the topic of Ahmedabad Mill Strike of 1918 which was spearheaded by Mahatma Gandhi. Basically, this strike was organized in opposition to the withdrawal of plague bonuses by the mill owners of Ahmedabad. Okay friends, this video I have already uploaded in Hindi. This is the English version of this video. So if you are not comfortable in English, you can go to the Hindi version of the video and watch this video. So let's start friends. Let us first try to understand why this Ahmedabad mill strike took place. Now friends, in the year of 1917 there were heavy rainfalls during monsoon. Okay. Now this heavy rainfall led to destruction of agricultural crops. Okay, I've already told you that rainfall above a certain limit is also not very much beneficial for the crops. This happened in this year, and also due to excessive rainfall, a plague epidemic broke out. For example, I have told you the Indian famine of 1897. What happened at that time? Because of the heavy rainfalls, it was an El Nino year. A plague epidemic broke out in the Bombay presidency, for which whose control the Rand, the plague commissioner of Pune, took extreme steps, and that is why he was assassinated by the Chapekar brothers. Something like this also happened here, that the plague epidemic broke out because there were very high rainfalls, and because of that plague epidemic, around 10% of the population of Ahmedabad died. Just imagine friends, what would have been the magnitude of that plague, that 10% of the population died because of it. Okay, now this plague was on its full effect from August 1917 to January 1918. Lots of people were dying. So obviously, if at a place this much amount of disease is spread, what will the people do? The people will think that let's move out of here, let's go to a somewhat safer place. Okay, now that time Ahmedabad was the commercial center. It was a very much, it was harboring, it was hosting a lot of businesses, a lot of opportunities, a lot of mills, industries, everything was there. It was basically the commercial center of Gujarat, you can say that. And if it is the commercial center, it requires workers to work there, and the workers were fleeing from this place because of the outbreak of plague. So what did the mill owners did? The mill owners observed that in order to stop the workers, something needs to be done, and therefore they introduced these plague bonuses. They said that we will give plague bonuses to the workers so that workers do not leave Ahmedabad and they go on working. Okay, because if the work stops, then the profit of the businessman stops. The mill owners wanted the workers to remain, and that is why they gave plague bonuses to them. And these plague bonuses were of a very high amount, friends. In some cases, these plague bonuses were as high as 80% of the salary of the workers. Okay, so this was the case, friends. Not till January 1918, the plague was on full roll. After January 1918, the effects of plague started to subside, slightly reduce. Okay, now because the effects of the plague began subsiding, the mill owners thought that now this plague bonus was a burden on them, and they thought that this plague bonus is reducing their profits. So they were planning to remove this plague bonus. And as soon as the workers got the news of that the plague bonus will be removed, there was a roar among the workers. Now workers said that if you want to remove this plague bonus, then you have to give us a dearness allowance of 50%. What was the workers' logic behind it? Workers said that this is World War One time. World War was going on in the duration of 1914 to 1918. We are talking about around January, February 1918. Workers said that due to this World War One, there is high wartime inflation. The prices of the commodities are very high, be it food commodities, be it cloths, or any other commodities of daily use. Transport, communication, everything is very expensive. So we need a dearness allowance of 50% to sustain ourselves, and also the effects of plague are not totally gone, so we need this dearness allowance. And obviously the British mill owners were not going to accept these demands. Okay, so what did the mill owners did? Those workers who were very vocal towards their demands, they were dismissed from the service, and in place of them, weavers of Bombay presidency were recruited. Now, why weavers were recruited? Friends, the weaving industry, the textile industry of India was willfully destroyed by the Britishers by imposing heavy export duty on textiles from India and by imposing heavy import duties. The when these goods reach the European market, the Indian goods reach the European market. This I have discussed in a separate video. Please go and watch that video. Okay. So friends, that is why the weavers were also unemployed, and that is why the weavers were ready to take up any job, and they were offered this, job of working in the factories, in the mills, and they accepted this job. But obviously the workers were getting affected by this thing. So what did the workers did? They were very frustrated and they went to Anusuya Sarabhai, who was a social worker, and in addition to that, she was a sister of the president of Ahmedabad Mill Owners Association. So Ahmedabad Mill Owners Association, his sister would also be, little bit open towards the mill owners and also to the workers. So what she did, she talked to Gandhiji and requested Gandhiji to come and solve this impasse between the workers and the employers, because Gandhiji was respected by the mill owners also, and Gandhiji was respected by the workers also. So Gandhiji agreed. Gandhiji came here and he said that both parties should come on the negotiating table and talk to each other. That is, the workers and mill owners will sit in opposite to each other and they will discuss what can be done. Okay, but at the when this meeting was scheduled, some workers went on a strike, and that was the meeting was cancelled. So Gandhiji apologized for this last time strike, and something like this happened that mill owners offered and 20% dearness allowance as the last limit. So when the workers were demanding 50%, the mill owners gave 20%. Okay, so some workers agreed to this, but Gandhiji said, advise the workers to stay calm, stay united, and patient. Okay, and Gandhiji himself analyzed that what should be a logical rise, and after looking at the problems faced by the farmer, problem faced by the owners, the profit of the mill owners, the problems faced by the workers, the wartime inflation, the commodity prices. After analyzing all these things, Gandhiji came to the conclusion that a rise of 35% in the dearness allowance is just and logical. Okay, now this 35% rise was accepted by the workers. Workers were ready with this 35% hike, but mill owners were not accepting it. Mill owners said that we are going to pay 20% only, we will not pay 35%. Workers, the mill owner said it. Okay, now Gandhiji got to know that mill owners are not going to listen to our demands. So Gandhiji took a pledge from the workers that all the workers will behave and protest peacefully. No violence would be there. They will be strictly on the principle of non-violence, and urge them that they will not return to their work until and unless their demands are accepted by the mill owners. This pledge was taken from the workers by Gandhiji. Okay. Also, as the workers were unemployed now, Gandhiji tried to, start some self-sustaining works for the workers so that they can sustain themselves. Also, some workers who at that point of time were on strike started working in brick kilns. Okay, so they started doing some small type of jobs. Okay, and at that point of time, lots of time, Gandhiji and other leaders, they used to go in front of crowd. They used to deliver, inspiring speeches so that the morale and the strength of the workers is maintained. But slowly, the strength of the workers got weakened. Their morale got weakened. They started getting frustrated. Why they started getting frustrated? Because they were not having money in their pocket funds. They had to feed their family. They had responsibilities on their shoulders. Many of them started thinking that the 20% rise was fine. At least there was some rise. Why are we protesting? And some of them also thought that Gandhiji, he is having no problem. He is coming by car. He is living in proper home, luxurious home, and we are facing all the problems. So some workers also started questioning Gandhiji. And when Gandhiji got to know this, he understood that the workers are losing their strength, they are losing their morale. So in order to strengthen their strength and morale and resolve, he sat on his first fast unto death. He took total 17 fast unto death in the Indian freedom struggle. This was the first fast unto death, and as soon as he sit on the first assault, fast unto death, the whole workers, the whole group of workers, they're filled with a lot of guilt inside them. They thought that they distrusted the Mahatma, they have betrayed the Mahatma, and they all started weeping, and they were very much strongly sitting behind Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so this fast unto death by Mahatma Gandhi was not organized against the mill owners. It was to strengthen and inspire the workers to stick to their cause, to stick to their motto, final aim. Okay, friends. Now, Gandhiji started his fast on 15th of March 1918. Okay, and on 18th of March 1918, the proposal was accepted by the mill owners. The mill owners agreed to the demand of 35% rise. As soon as the mill owners agreed, Gandhiji broke his fast, and this was his first victory by the methodology of peaceful struggle. There was one victory in the previous also, Ahmedabad Textile Association, but this was the first formal Satyagraha, friends. Okay, and this Ahmedabad Mill Strike also inspired the formation of Ahmedabad Textile Labor Association, and this Ahmedabad Textile Labor Association will have a huge impact on the working condition, will make the huge impact on the working condition of labor in the upcoming times, and also leading labor organization help will be organized through it. So this was my video on Ahmedabad Mill Strike, friends. I hope this video was helpful for you. It takes me a lot of time and lot of effort to make such kind of videos, friends. So I would request you to like this video and also subscribe to my channel. If someone of your friend is preparing for a job, you can also refer this video to them if you feel that these videos would be helpful for them. So thank you for watching this video, friends. Thank you for being patient. If you are not comfortable in English and wants to watch this video in Hindi, kindly go to the Hindi version of the video. It is also uploaded there. Have a good day, friends. Good night.